Hey, it's Yury Experience, and today I want to talk to you about public expectations and why I don't care about a lot of them. You know what public expectations are, right? That's what society thinks you shall do or be able of or look like or know about or stuff like that. For example, being masculine, being feminine, show emotions, show no emotions, look fit, be healthy, be not healthy, have a daddy bod, be educated, have a job, have a good income, don't have credit score, and stuff like that. And it is so annoying. I get it. I know why we have them, because that's more or less our safety net. That's what we can do, and then society will look good at us. But so many of these things don't make sense, or there's no proper definition. For example, being masculine. There's no proper definition in this world what being masculine means. Even for one country, even for one culture, it may be different from today till tomorrow, from one family to different family, which is why it's so obscure. That is why, in my personal opinion, at some point we need to stop giving shit about that. What I have to learn a hard way is the fact that I cannot change society. I cannot change societal expectations. I cannot even do that in my own friend circle. But I can show example. I can do my best to ignore things that I personally don't think make sense. And then people will see, okay, he does it and he survives. You don't really need that safety net, and that will help them to think, okay, maybe my position in this world to this piece of information isn't true or shall be changed or whatever. That is why I do try my best to care only about things that are important for me, and not everything is important for me, because I am a human. I have only some capacity of things that can be important for me. One slightly strange but still, in my personal opinion, good example is lawsuit of Johnny Depp. If you don't know about that, Johnny Depp had problem with his wife or ex-wife with some allegations that he beat her or did something to her. I'm not totally sure, but he was a bad person. And that is the reason why a lot of people really thought bad about him. I even met personally people who were like, okay, I don't like him because he treats women bad. It's just not the right thing to do. And he even lost roles because of that. And I didn't know about that until recently, because I didn't care. For me, he was a good actor. That was important for me in his life. I didn't really care, okay, he treats the person bad, but as long as he isn't in prison, he doesn't treat that person that bad, I think. I don't want to go in home abuse topic right now, but I hope the society will hold him accountable for any bad thing that he will do anyway. And then, recently, they found out that the allegations towards Johnny Depp were wrong, and there is now information that he actually didn't do any bad for that person, and actually that person did something bad to Johnny Depp. And I'm like, okay guys, so yesterday you thought about him as a bad person, what do you think today? For me, nothing changed. I didn't really care about that, because he was a good actor, he remained a good actor. But a person, I don't know Johnny Depp, I don't really care about Johnny Depp that much. That is why I don't pay that much attention to that. In my personal opinion, you should do your best to find what is important for you, and pay attention, or pay the biggest attention only to that topics and less attention to different topics. You cannot think about everything. You have some brain capacity, but it isn't infinite. It has some capacity. And if you do too much, you can actually do some damage to you. You can care too much about some stuff, and it can influence your mental health. Which is why don't ignore everything else, but filter it. There are some issues in the world that are important that you shall not ignore, but maybe you don't want to address every freaking day. Then filter information that you get. Only get that amount of information that you are ready to handle, and what you are not ready to handle, cancel that out. Because why? why would you damage your own life? An example here, body expectations. There are a huge amount of body expectations out there, and I personally don't think that a lot of them make sense, because there is this ideal image of a man or a woman that is actually different from country to country, and that is quite impossible for many people, because in order to achieve that you need to invest a lot of time in your fitness and in your nutrition, and not all of us can do that. I mean, you shall invest some time in fitness and nutrition, but not your whole freaking day. So at some point I thought about that. Is it important for me? Do I think that these body expectations have something to do in my life? And I understood, yes, it is kind of important for me, because I do like to be attractive. I do think that I want to be attractive, which is why I thought, okay, how important is it for me? What shall I do? What shall I achieve? Where is the border till which I will go? And then I will be like, okay, done, I'm good, and go. And I found it. And I don't really care about people talking about body image and how important it is, because I have my expectations on myself and I cancelled out societal expectations. And I think it's the right thing to do. Pretty much same stuff I decided at some point with masculinity or femininity. Like, I participate in theater, cheerleading, I sang in different choirs, I danced a lot. Which is why I did a lot of stuff that is actually considered feminine. But I do not consider myself feminine, because I don't know. I have some feminine sides of my character, but I don't consider myself as a mostly feminine person. I also don't believe that it's possible to be completely masculine or completely feminine person. The problem, again, is in the definition. There is no clear definition of what is masculinity and what is femininity. Which is why, like, you cannot be absolute. You shall be somewhere in the range, with having like 90% masculinity, 10% femininity, or stuff like that. Sorry, I don't think that's possible. I don't think that is statistically possible. And same story we have with every freaking societal expectation. If you find that some societal expectation, some societal pressure has some influence on you, try to analyze how important is it actually for your life. And if that is not that important, if you think that you don't want to pay attention of your day or of your life to that topic, then maybe you need to have a change of mind. If you can handle that yourself, try to change how you think about, how you comprehend information, how you filter information, what you pay attention to, or maybe what sources of information are important for you. And if you cannot handle it yourself, my biggest advice would be to go to a specialist. I say it a lot, I think. I personally don't think that we can self-analyze ourselves so perfectly that we can handle everything. We can handle a lot. There are a freaking lot of topics that we can handle ourselves. We don't need help from anybody else. But there are topics where we need just to stop ourselves and think, okay, I need help, and it is okay, it is fine to ask for help, to get help. In that case, like, look for a specialist. I assume psychiatrist or psychologist, like that thing. Because you want to take care of yourself, because you are important, and mental state of yours is also very important. And it's a pity, but a lot of that is influenced by our society, which is why you need to learn how to handle it. And if you cannot do that yourself, then I would advise you to look for help. Because you shall freaking love yourself, so you shall take care of yourself. That's my message for today. That's it. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. Also, if you have any topic suggestions or any questions, you can write them in the comments below. I will try to respond to your comments, and also I will maybe do an independent video about that. Or I will read about the topics that you are suggesting first. I do not know everything, but I do know a lot. That's all for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.